How's it going? Chances are you're here because you could not understand how the hell to use the replay manager, and I'm here to remedy that. First off, you extract it, obviously, this much is obvious, I'm just going from the start, for the sake of completeness, and the only thing you'll ever touch is the replay manager.executable. Touch any of the other stuff, I can't guarantee that it's not going to crash all over the place. First thing you always do, or rather first thing you do when you're running it for the first time, is set your unsaved and saved replay directories. So my unsaved replays is just where World of Tanks is, which is on my external hard drive. There we go. And that saves. And then the saved replays is on the desktop. It's far easier. And that's saved. That is full on saved. It's in the config. You're not gonna have to do that again unless everything all changes. Now, first off, let's show the saved replays. This looks particularly slow, but that's just because I'm recording at the same time. Normally goes 2-3 times the speed. I think it's more than 3 times the speed actually. And there's all of my saved replays that are located in that folder. And I can sort by the date time. When you click date or click time, it does the same thing, because why would you sort by date and then care about the time? Anyway. So this is my oldest replay. Double click one, loads up all of the information, and you bet that was an ace taker. It's a great game. And you might think, well, that's good information, but who did I kill? You know, how many people did I kill? Which people? Well, there we go. All of these people killed by me. Shots fired, 16. Basically, all of the information displayed in here is what is in the detailed view in World of Tanks. I think the exception is the number of critical hits, but who cares about that? And you might want to know, wow, how did the teams pan out? Click View Team List, and there you go. Yes, I was the last person alive. Sort by damage, cleanly, and all of the darkened people are dead. Sort by damage, obviously when you click one of these headings, it changes it for this one as well. Otherwise it'd be kind of pointless. Now you might think, oh, well, how do I remember that this replay was a particular one? Well, you can set the description. I'm going to set this description to, I think it was a 5v1. No, it wasn't 5v1, it was 4v1. Not a Kolbanov's medal. I wish it was. Winner! It's my oldest saved replay. Back from 0.9.6 ages ago. Anyway, and now if I jump to a different replay, it's another hilarious replay. Jump back, it has the description. Now, options, things you might want to do. I don't have a lot of options, I'll admit, is lightweight. If you load in lightweight, things load much faster. See how fast that was? Boom. And that's the only way I ever want to load my unsaved folder, because my unsaved folder has over 3,000 items in it. Now there's a problem. There's a problem with this particular replay. Now this is a perfect example of how rage quitting can get you into a horrible position. When you are in the middle of a game, you die or your game crashes and you don't bother starting it back up again, that means that the replay file, while you can run it, it doesn't store any information on teams, on damage, on date, on anything. Nothing. So there's no point it being loaded into this program, because what's it going to tell you? It's going to tell you nothing. There's no information in it whatsoever. It's just letting you know. So if you want to go delete it, you know what to look for. And while this background here is still dark, that means it's still loading. I tried to make it remain blank, but it's just, no. I didn't want to ruin that animation with the scroll bar getting smaller. And so here's my 3,500 odd replays. Ugh. So let's find one. Let's go, even though it doesn't show the vehicle, when you're loading in lightweight, it loads much, much faster, but I don't know the specific date and time. I'm going off when the file was last modified, and I don't know the vehicle. But if you double click it, it'll get you the exact information. I'm actually not sure that is the exact information for the date and time. Either way, it normally goes twice the speed loading specific replays do. So everything you see, it actually does quite a lot faster when you're not recording. Didn't realize it was that intensive, but anyway. So that'll now show the vehicle, and you can still look at all that information, still look at the team lists. Now there is one other situation that you might find yourself in. Actually, first, say I thought this replay was fantastic. It's not, but imagine I did. And then I decide I want to save this, so you click save, and you go, well, I wholly believe that this replay was great, and I will call it, this was great. Bam, and it saves it, removes it from that list, and yep, it's no longer in this list. Now I want to load the saved replays. That was on Corellia. Oh, I have a couple. It was from, is it that one? There it is. Still loading in lightweight, and the description still loads. However, if you then turn off light, load your saved folder again, it really is a lot faster than that normally. I feel like I have to defend it. Load by map, go to Corellia. It's probably the only one I have with the T34. Now it doesn't load the description. What's the deal? Another thing you sacrifice by loading it in lightweight mode is it doesn't get the correct date and time. It goes by last write time. So if you do save one from the unknown thing, you can only view it with the light one, with lightweight turned on. Bit of a pain in the ass, but there's nothing I can do about it. Just because in the descriptions file, it saves it based on the date and time, which really is the only way I could save it. Oh well. Solution is just know which one you're going to save and load it in, you know, move it across in not in lightweight mode. Now, moving along, you might just want to use this really quickly, so I'll just close it and open back up to illustrate that fact. Alright, so you've started up real quick, and all you want to do is get your last replay because you thought it was great. You want to save it. Just click Save Latest. Here it is. It was my Ferdinand. I was on Fisherman's Bay. I remember this replay. I shot into the side of an IS and it bounced. And I'm going to call it That Didn't Bounce, You Scumbag. And we'll save that. And you just shift that over to the saved folder. I'm going to make sure lightweight's turned off. Alright. Show saved. This really is loading at half speed. Recording a screen can't be that difficult, can it? Not responding. Oh, okay, it's fine. Ferdinand. That didn't bounce, you scumbag. I've had enough of it. I'm deleting it. No, had enough. Raise it for the list. All good, all different. Now, you might want to delete everything in your unsaved folder because you've got all the replays you want. Nothing in the unsaved folder interests you, and I recommend you do this often. And you'll click right down here, delete all the unsaved ones. Are you sure this action cannot be undone? Delete all replays from that specific address, and you'd say yes or you'd say no. I'm saying no because I still have at least 24 replays in there that I need to go through at some point and find. Now there's one other situation that might cause the replay manager some issues. Well, can't cause it issues, I've already planned it out, but when you own a match, you died and you go, stuff this, you go back to garage. It doesn't save all of the information. Now I've got an example for this ELC match on Sand River. I ended up carking it, and it's very disappointing because I threw the match. But anyway, replay incomplete. I don't know if you won or lost. Don't know how much damage you did. Don't know if you survived, but it's probably unlikely. And if you load up more information, buggers me. However, it does load the basic information, and it also remembers who was on what team. It doesn't know how much damage or kills or experience they got, but it does know they were there. And that can be very, very helpful when you're trying to look for a specific replay. Anyway, close this back down. One last thing. You might have noticed throughout this time, this little run button down here has been grayed out. Yes, this program is capable of running your replays from here, but there's a problem. When you normally run a replay, it just opens it up with whatever World of Tanks version you have installed. But if you've got the latest 0.9.9, well, it's not going to open up 0.9.7 replays, unfortunately. However, if you go to your options, other than the lightweight, there are versions. And if you add one, and I'm going to add 0.9.9, click here, and I'll go find it. is right there. Okay, there's one. And also I want 0.9.8.1 was the one before it. I didn't set the path, whoops, better go edit, click here, and it is on my desktop. There's another one added, and then suddenly I decide, no, I'm sick of 0.9.8.1, just remove it out, and it's fine. Now if I press OK, double click on 0.9.7s, still grayed out. I remember that match. Anyway, sorting by version, right up the top, 0.9.9, double click, run is an option. And when you run it, just opens up World of Tanks, all casual like. And if you need any kind of guide to go off, 0.9.9 can only open 0.9.9 at the moment. 0.9.8.1 can only open 0.9.8.1. 0.9.8 can open 0.9.6, 0.9.7, and 0.9.8. That's all I know at the moment. But yeah, it's easy enough to add those versions in, and it'll automatically run them based on whichever one you have opened. Reads that, finds the right version, and will run it. And I think that's everything. I have to be careful, there's a lot involved. Yep, that's pretty much it. Now, you might notice that the logo for the program is absolutely awful. I'm a programmer, I'm not an artist. If you can make a better one, I'd be very grateful for it. Also, you might have noticed in some of these map icons, there's a little bit along the edge, there's white lines. Believe it or not, I use the snipping tool to get all of these images. So if you want to edit those out for me, I don't really have the time, but if you want to do that, that is fine by me. Just make sure you send me the edited ones. Anyway, that is everything. So I hope that was helpful. If not, comment, etc. The download link for 1.0, and probably if I update it, whatever the latest one is, will be in the description of this video.